Sykeston area, as we've got an area of rotation that has popped up and developed quickly here. This tornado warning runs until 10:15. It's going to include central and northern sections of Mississippi County, extreme northern New Madrid County, and portions of Scott County. Let's watch this. If we're in western Kentucky, if this storm continues on its current track, it may be moving back over parts of Ballard County here over the next 45 minutes or so. The storm's moving east at 35 miles per hour. So let's put a track on that, and then we'll dive down into a little bit closer view of what's going on there. The storm again near Sykeston, right there at the I-57 and 55 interchange. Coming up here shortly. It'll be headed over toward Charleston at 9:51, Wyatt at 10:02, Cairo at 10:10, Bardwell 10:20, and La Center at 10:30 arrival time. So it's going to be a little while before it gets over here into western Kentucky, but this storm is looking fairly healthy here. This is a new area of rotation that's developed here shortly, and we'll go down for a closer view of what's going on inside of this storm. As again, here's I-55, here's I-57, that interchange there. Not the strongest looking area of rotation that we've seen tonight, but it's something to keep an eye on here. Zoom out here and loop this over the last few minutes and see how this latest scan compares to what we just had. It kind of popped up there for one scan. There was a little more noticeable area of rotation, and it's kind of a little less defined at this point. There's a little something there, but is not just jumping off the page at us at the moment. It was a little weaker, or a little stronger rather, a couple of scans ago. But we'll keep an eye on it here for you, as we're going to be hanging out until this warning is allowed to expire. It will be coming right up Highway 60, right through Charleston. And again, here's I-57. As this tornado warning will run until 10:15. We do have other storms that we're watching as well, in addition to this one, that are producing some strong straight line winds. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning that continues here in Johnson, northern Massac, and Pope County. That runs until 10 o'clock. This is for some straight line winds, possibly 60 miles per hour, although the latest scans of the radar, this thing's really kind of falling apart pretty quickly. And then as we move up to the north, we were tracking a storm that did prompt that tornado warning that we were just on air for a little while ago. That storm is now moving on up toward Harrisburg, El Dorado, and McLeansboro. Not really seeing anything in terms of real well-defined rotation. There's a couple of notches here of some strong winds. One of those areas is up here east of Benton, moving up toward McLeansboro, and we've got some pretty strong winds showing up around Harrisburg, but those are mainly of the straight line variety. Again, the storm coming in from Eddyville to Dixon Springs, it's really weakening quite a bit, but our main area of concern right now is this rotation that popped up around Sykeston. It is possible that it could redevelop and re-strengthen as we go back over to regular reflectivity mode on radar. It's a little easier to see there why there's a little bit of concern for rotation. There's a bit of a hook echo that shows up here. And you can see from Blodgett down to Sykeston how this thing kind of hooks just a little bit right in here, this little notch there. Going to be traveling up pretty much parallel to and just north of I-57 here toward Dealstad and Charleston over the course of the next 15 to 20 minutes. So let's zoom the camera back out here, check on the rest of our storms, and while we do that here, we look at the Weather Service. They are kind of in agreement with what we're seeing, that the storm is not looking quite as healthy as it did just a few minutes ago. So this storm, the chances of it producing a tornado are not zero, but not as likely here. It's kind of outrunning the better dynamics. And so it's, again, something to watch, but the tornado warning here running until 10:15. I do not anticipate that it will last that long with the storm kind of not looking quite as healthy and as organized as it was just a few minutes ago. Really don't see much on radar with this at the moment. So let's give you another check up and down this line real quick. Just with the way this thing is weakening quickly, I really don't see any major need to be overly concerned with this. We do have some strong gusty straight line winds from McLeansboro to Harrisburg right now. Those are moving off to the northeast. Carmi and Norris City will be in the path of that. And then here again, our tornado warned storm close to Sykeston. Let's go down for a quick view here. Oh, hit the wrong button, sorry about that. Let's go back to the zoom in button. And again, yeah, this thing really is looking pretty disorganized at this point.
I just don't see it.
Yeah, so here's the tornado warning does continue till 10:15. We'll watch it from behind the scenes. We're about 20 minutes out from our newscast, so we really need to get some work done to get ready for our 10 o'clock newscast. We got a lot to talk about in terms of heavy rain and flooding issues. So tornado warning until 10:15. I don't expect that it will last much longer. You can see that it was just trimmed back a little bit. Let me read out that new update from the Weather Service, see what their thinking is here. Don't see that yet. But at any rate, from Sykeston over toward Charleston, let's watch this. And we're going to watch it from behind the scenes. If we have anything new here, if it happens to re-strengthen, we'll cut back in and let you know. But this thing seems to be on a downward trend. So for now, we're going to get you back out to programming. And of course, if we don't have anything new on this storm, we'll be back with you here in about 20 minutes for Local 6 at 10. For now, we'll get you back out to programming.